Good morning children, welcome to Sri Sharda Mata Computers. In today's class, let us learn how to write the program using the for loop. So what is for loop? For loop is used to repeat, for loop is used when we want to repeat the process as many times required. Okay. So today let us write a program to display the numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so let me take a for loop now. For I equals 1 to 10, right? So I need a number that is from 1 to 10. So 10 times the loop has to be repeated. So I have taken the value 10 here, 1 to 10. If you want the loop to be repeated 5 times, then you have to write 1 to 5. Okay, so if I value is 1 to 10, then you have to print the number, that is the value of I. Print I. Okay, after that next I. What does it mean? It means the loop has to be repeated. Next, it means the loop has to be repeated. Next I, in the sense, go to the for loop again and check the condition. If the value of I is less than 10, then again you have to print the value of I. Okay, like this for loop works. Next, right end here, and here step 1. This means every time after checking the condition, that is if the value of I is less than 10, okay, then I value will be incremented every time by 1. Okay, see now what happens. Let me run the program now. See, 1 to 10 numbers are displayed. Similarly, if you want the numbers to be displayed from 10 to 1, then you have to make slight changes here. For I equals 10 to 1, and what will be the step value here? Step value will be -1. It means decrement. Okay, and here remarks should be 10 to 1. Program to display the numbers from 10 to 1. See here, CLS, that is clear the output screen. Remarks is the program to display the numbers from 10 to 1. Then I have taken a for loop here, and value of I will be checked. If initially the value of I will be 10, and this process will be repeated till the value of I becomes 1. Okay, and every time after repeating the process, the value will be decremented by 1. Value of I will be decremented by 1. So if the value of I is 10, if yes, then print I, that is print 10. Next again, next I, in the sense, comes to the loop has to repeat, that is a for loop has to be repeated. Again the value of I, what will be the value of I now? We have written here -1. It means the value should be decremented by 1. Now the value will become 9. Is it? First it was 10, now it has become 9. Now if value of that is value of I is 9, then what it has to do? It has to print the value of I, that is print 9. Right. Then again next I, it means the loop has to be repeated, for loop has to be repeated. Again the value of I will be decremented by 1. Like this it will run for loop. See, 10 to 1 numbers are displayed. Now let us write another program to display the name. Okay, for that let me write a program to display the name 5 times. Okay, so first what you have to take? You have to input, enter your name. enter your name, and it is a string, that is you have to take, for a string what you have to do, you have to enter the dollar sign. I have taken $n, right? Next I will take the for loop now. For I equals 1 to 5, then what it has to print? It has to print $n, that is it has to print the name. Then next I, it means the loop has to repeat till 5 times. Next I, end, right? This is the way you have to write the program. Let me check. Enter your name. Let me write Ramesh. See, the Ramesh has been repeated 5 times, right, children? This is the way you can use the for loop. See how does it work? You have first take an input statement, and here you have to enter your name. It will ask you to enter your name, and it will be stored in $n, that is for a string we will take a dollar sign, right? And this is a variable used to store the name, $n. Okay, now we have taken a for loop. For I equals 1, if it is S, then print, what it has to print? It has to print the name. Then it has to come to next I. Next I in the sense that you have to repeat the loop again. It will come here again. For I equals, now what is the value of I? I has become 2 now. I equals 2. If I equals 2 is true, then print $n, that is print your name. Then again comes to the next line, that is next I. The sense it has to repeat the for loop. This is the way it will check the condition till 5 times. Okay, if it exceeds 5 times, then it will come out of the loop and it will end. This is the way you can use the for loop to display your name how many times you want. Okay, now let us write a program to display the multiple multiplication table of any number. Okay, display the multiplication table of a given number. Okay, you have to enter the number. Okay, so first take an input statement to enter the number. Input, enter the number n. Let us take a variable n to enter the number. Then let me take a for loop. For I equals 1 to 10. For I equals 1 to 10, what it has to print? It has to print n, right? It has to print n. Okay, n, give us this semicolon indicates a single space, n. Then what it has to do? It has to multiply. Write a multiply sign here. Okay, then again give a semicolon. Only single space should be left, so we will use a semicolon here. Then write I value is 1 here. I value will be returned. Then again give a semicolon. Then what you have to write? Equals sign. So it has to read the equals sign. Okay, again use a semicolon here. Then the value, that is n star I value will be printed. Next I. Okay, end. So let me run the program first, then afterwards 5. See, 5 table is printed. See how does this work? I will show you. Input, first input statement I have taken here. You have to enter the any one of the number, that is any number of your choice, and it is stored in the variable n. Then use the for loop, that is for loop for the value for I equals 1. Okay, what it has to do? It has to print n, that is the number what I have given. Then leave a single space. Then it has to print n star, n, the given number into value of I. Okay, after that it has to print equal sign, then again a single space, then n star I, that is the value, equals value will be printed here. Okay, this is the way you can write multiplication table. Next I, after printing this, it has to again repeat the process till I equals 10. After I becomes 11, the loop will come out. Okay, this is the way multiplication table will work. Let me show you for another table. 8. See, this is the way you can use a for loop to repeat the statements many times. Okay, thank you children.